I like to use my rotary cutter to cut out the squares on this quilt. Instead of just cutting out one square though, I like to use a 7-inch strip of fabric as seen here to cut out a number of squares at the same time. So I cut out this 7-inch strip and then I layer a number of these strips together and I just come down with my rotary cutter to cut out those 7-inch squares. So let me show you how I do that with a new piece of fabric. So I make sure that my fabric has been pressed, and what I want to do is line up the selvage here on the bottom, selvage to selvage, and then I'm going to fold that and line it up as seen here. Let's see, across the bottom. Now I'm ready to get this rough edge off the side here. I want to have a straight edge for my cut when I'm cutting these strips out. So I'm going to take my rotary ruler and line it up on this line here. And I always like to make sure that I've double checked myself by lining these black lines or the yellow lines up with these yellow lines on my mat. Now I'm ready to cut. So I've just cut this strip off and I've got this nice straight edge right here. I'm going to take my rotary cutter or my ruler and I'm going to switch my rotary ruler around, and I'm now going to go from this edge here and I'm going to count 7 inches over. So let's use our ruler here to see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 inches there. If I want to go from the top, just to double check myself, I'm going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see, 6, 7. So I've double check. I'm going to put my ruler along this line, and once again I not only want to line up my ruler on this line, but the lines that are on my ruler, these little black lines or the yellow lines, I want to line them up on that yellow line below there. So I'm going to put my hand over the ruler and then I'm going to cut. And I now have this 7-inch strip that is all ready to be cut into 7-inch squares. So I put this down like so, line it up on the bottom. I want to get rid of the selvage. That's not good to use. So once again, line up my ruler. Want to line up to these yellow lines underneath and line up to the edge there. Want to get a nice straight edge. Here's my straight edge. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be really hard for me to go around the camera, so I'm going to move this over even more. Put my ruler right here, double check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again, I want to not only line up my ruler on that yellow line, but I want to line up these lines here. I'm going to put my hand there and cut. And I just doubled the fabric twice, so I've got 2 7-inch squares.